This house isn't happy that you're here.
Sally House.
The house is coming alive. Did you hear that?
This is where the pentagram was drawn.
She was a satanic worshiper.
That's what she believed.
They have refused to come to the house to talk to us. When did the scratches start? My arm is burning right now.
Your arm is burning?
He's getting a scratch right there.
She's here. Sally is in this room.
What was that?
I just heard someone laughing.
Sally? There are things in this world that we will never fully understand. We want answers. We have worked years to build our credibility, our reputation, working alongside the most renowned professionals in the field, capturing groundbreaking proof of the paranormal.
I can't give you an explanation.
This is our evidence, our ghost adventures. So Larry, I've always wanted to come to Atchison because I've heard this town is one of the most haunted in America. You've heard correctly. There's a certain vibe this town has, a certain eerie feeling. What do you all think is the most haunted home in Atchison?
I would say it would be Sally's house.
Sally's house.
Sally's house. You should talk to Deborah and Tony Pittman. Tony has been scratched, pushed, and jumped on.
Is Tony the one that's traumatized and won't ever go to that house again?
He will never go there. I was with Tony and Deb one night, and he showed me his arms. There were scratch marks going up and down his arms. We were sitting there watching these form.
We have to find Tony Pittman, Aaron.
Find out exactly what he did in there.
Okay, this is it. The very infamous Sally House. In the 150 years since the Sally House was constructed, there have been 3 documented natural deaths in the home. But it's not the death in this home that's so disturbing. It's about how the dark energy here has affected the living. In the early 90s, Tony Pittman lived in this home with his wife and newborn son. During that time, he was mysteriously but in the decades since, the home sits abandoned, and one question remains. Was this actually the spirit of a little girl, or an evil, malevolent force that masked its true identity only to make Tony the focus of its abuse? We begin our investigation by meeting with a longtime resident of Atchison and member of the police department who had a disturbing experience at the Sally House. How long have you been in law enforcement for?
I was on the Atchison Police Department for approximately 32 years, and I've been involved with the Sheriff's Department now for right short of 2 years.
Do you believe what happened to the Pittmans in this house, of them being attacked, being scratched, that all of this was true?
I'm going to give you a yes on that. I know the Pittmans.
You do know that?
I do know, yeah.
And do you think that they would make this kind of stuff up?
No, they had nothing to gain. There are some things that I've seen here that has really opened my mind.
What did you experience, Joe?
The owner of the house told me that the Sightings television show was going to film here. That afternoon, I stopped by. I was in uniform, and a gentleman by the name of Peter James.
You said Peter James?
Yes, I did.
The psychic medium?
Yes, sir. And he just stopped everybody and said, "She's here. Sally is in this room." And Peter James said to me, he said, "You better leave." And I said, "Okay, why?" He says, "Because she's in here and she does not like you. I don't know if it's the uniform. I don't know if it's you. She does not like you, and I suggest you leave." I wasted no time headed for the front door. Some power greater than myself and the folks that were here appeared that day.
as we endeavor to learn more about who or what Sally actually is. We meet a tour guide at the Sally house who leaves the home with mysterious bruises and seems to be affected by the energy here.
Why do you think that this house is haunted?
I don't know if it's this house. It might be the property. Before anybody ever lived here, we had the Indians here. And I see an Indian in the yard quite a bit.
Who do you believe was attacking Tony?
I don't believe it was a little girl.
Does it manifest itself as different things?
I think so. The last time I felt him, I felt it was a man.
Do you think that this same spirit that was attacking them is the one that's causing the bruises on you?
Yes, I do. I don't care for going down there. There's a giant hole down there that really creeps people out. There's a black mark on the floor that people look at and say, this is where the pentagram was drawn that was used by the lady that did the animal sacrifices.
That is so creepy.
I know. I love my job.
There we go.
Sally?
This is where they say that the lady that was doing the animal sacrifices would have had her pentagram on the floor. It looks very suspicious.
She was a satanic worshiper.
That's what she believed.
What's interesting is that she would move here right after Deb and Tony was experiencing all these attacks and that evil spirit. Was that satanic worshiper aiding this evil entity? And was she fueling this entity to get stronger through the sacrifices?
I believe so. This house isn't happy that you're here. I'm worried about you.
Why do you say that it's not happy that we're here?
That's what I'm hearing.
So you communicate with it?
It communicates with me. I know that you guys are going to have the investigation that you asked for.
As we conclude our investigation at the Sally house, there's one more key interview that we need to conduct.
Getting ready to go meet Deb and Tony Pickman, the couple that lived in the Sally house and the couple that were absolutely traumatized by the attacks. First off, I just want to say thank you guys for allowing us to talk to you. I can't imagine what you guys went through. I know that you two won't go to the house.
Yeah, there's a lot of reservation there.
Right. Is there somewhere we can talk? As you know, we're doing an investigation of the house, and you're a huge part of that story because you lived there for 2 years. Can you tell me how this started?
First month or two, really not much happened. After that, we started noticing little things, the lights turning on and off by themselves. We would come down the stairs in the morning, and our photos that we had hanging on the wall in the stairwell would be upside down. One had been shattered.
Did you ever see the spirit?
I did see the spirit. I saw the spirit twice.
What did it look like?
The first time I saw her, she was an adorable little girl. I'd come home from work, I was standing in the kitchen, and when I turned around, here's this little girl staring right at me. Ran upstairs, and I think I fell to my knees trying to tell her I was hyperventilating. She said, "You can't, Sally."
Do you think Sally is a demon?
Personally, I do.
Tony, we all want to know, when did the scratches start?
That's kind of first, the harmful things started happening. I remember we took a picture and something moved in front of us, and it really freaked us out. So we were packing up stuff. I was in the process of packing the baby up. When I did that, I felt a sharp, felt like a sting in my back. I figured out it must, bee sting, spider bite. Well, we got to my parents' house and it was still really burning. So I told Deb about it, and she lifted my shirt, and I remember she just turned white. She's like, "Oh my God."
I couldn't believe that a ghost, which we had identified at that point, could do physical harm. It was really shocking.
How many times would you say you got scratched by Sally?
Honestly, I don't think I could count the times.
For the next several months while living at the Sally house, Tony would relentlessly become the subject of this spirit's violent manifestations. And over time, the torment from these attacks went far beyond the physical abuse.
got to the point where when I was in the house, I could not think of any happy thought. It was just strictly, I wanted to hurt her.
What did you plan to do, Tony?
Much as I hate to say it, I had planned on slitting her throat when she got home from work. You know, the person I love the most in the world, and that something could come inside me and make me capable of doing that. It tears me up. I struggle with that to this day. Every day I'm thankful to be out of there.
You, more than anybody that's ever experienced anything in that house, has felt the true wrath of this spirit. And I know that you've said that you'll never go back inside the house, but I was wondering if you would go for this with us.
I will definitely think about it.
I'm getting a presence of a girl.
My arm is burning right now.
It doesn't sound like it's human.
He's getting a scratch right there.
With a massive storm approaching Atchison, we return to the Sally house with a strategy that may help us determine if the spirit of Sally is actually a young girl or a darker malevolent force. And to our surprise, someone has decided to join us.
Tony? Deb? Are you guys ready?
We said our prayer of protection.
Yeah?
We ask God for his guidance and support.
Alright. I'm gonna let you know that we do have a young girl. She's a psychic medium. You saw a little girl who you believe was Sally in the house, and I wanted a young girl psychic medium just to see if they connect.
To document any evidence we may encounter, we station 2 X cameras in key locations of the Sally house.
Just because this is an investigation, check his chest and everything just to make sure that there's no scratches on him, nothing on his back.
And this is the first time that Anissa has met the Pigments. For the integrity of this investigation, we did not divulge any of their history or the story behind this home to her.
You ready? Let's do it.
Here we go. God, I even forgot the smell.
Really?
It's so vivid. Everything. It's hard to explain. It's
Feels very heavy in here.
yeah.
I'm getting a presence of a girl. She has like short, curly hair, I would say. It's like she has this. Not like a bow or a headband in her hair.
Could Anissa be seeing the same manifestation of Sally that Tony once sketched? If so, could this specific presentation mean the energy is aware of Tony's presence? So I gather everyone in an attempt to communicate with it before any harm is done to any of us.
Can we try to make the spirit manifest in a way either visually or try to move something?
Dude, my arm is burning right now.
Your arm is burning?
Right on like the top of, like the inside of my arm, where my elbow is. Here, I gotta take this off real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Zach. My arm started burning.
Right there?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah,
He's getting a scratch right there. I know. What are you feeling, Jay?
It's all right here is really warm, and it started to feel like a pain. It's growing.
At this moment, panic has set into the room and we're in shock that the aggressive energy in this home just marked Jay. Could this scratch be a warning? Or a sign of what's to come?
Whoever that bad entity is, it won't leave me alone right now, and it keeps on wanting Tony to go downstairs, but I don't think you should.
If you went downstairs, there would be a lot of chaos, right? I think you know that too.
I can't begin to tell you the pull that I have. The pull to always come back is just so strong.
With our cameras now set to night vision, we join Tony Sally house. While he's ready to challenge what has oppressed his life for the past 20 years. He knows what he's doing may backfire and allow this energy to firm its grip over him once and for all. Due to high levels of mold contamination, I'll remain on the top floor to monitor for any other activity.
How do you feel right now?
Almost nauseous. nauseated.
Yeah, like you want to throw up. Whoa, okay.
Not in a good spot.
Right here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not a good spot.
right here. Oh my goodness.
There's a pentagram you're standing on. That's why 20 won't stand on it.
Oh, God. I'm feeling it, dude.
It's like, Tony, do you have anything to say? And it's like laughing. It doesn't sound like it's human.
Yeah, why don't you go back where you belong? You're not wanted here because we're tired of putting up with it. I'm tired of putting up with it.
We have the power of God on our side.
It's laughing.
No, it'll be us laughing in the long run.
I'm feeling hot.
Oh, whoa, I'm feeling. Oh my
Holy
god. Oh, let's go upstairs.
You okay?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
I swear to God, something burnt me.
You feel burnt?
Yeah, my freaking back here in my head just feels like burnt.
Yeah, it's huge. Oh, my God. Look at the burn.
I'm like burning here.
Skin's splitting.
There's a huge welt going across your head, Tony. Right there.
That's where he felt something get him back there, too.
It felt like somebody's hand just grabbed my freaking neck.
Are you okay? What does it feel like?
It like a burn.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel when you were down there?
It felt like a hand.
That's what it felt like on the back of your head there?
Yeah.
There was a weird energy happening in there when all that happened.
As we replay the moment Tony experienced this scratch or burn, notice how no one's hands are anywhere near the back of his neck, and how Anissa nearly faints at the same exact moment this happens to Tony. Then, from this alternate camera angle, you'll see Tony checking for what he just felt. But it's fingertips touching his skin, not his fingernails. So the scratch or burn was not caused by Tony or anyone else in this room. And we can only conclude that once again he was victimized by the dark energy of the Sally house.
I swear to God, something's burning.
Are you feeling okay, Tony?
Yeah, a lot better than I did downstairs.
Alright.
You want to say anything before you go?
And I'm not afraid of you anymore. Your power doesn't even worry me anymore. Go back to where you belong.
Tony and Deb are leaving. So is Anissa. You've scratched. You've let them know that you're still here and you still have this.
Careful in there, guys. It's crazy.
Sally, come in the living room. Come down the stairs, Sally.
I just heard knocking sounds. It sounded like it was up there.
Whoa.
As we are preparing to leave the hotel for our investigation of the Sally house, our audiovisual tech Billy Tolley is prepping equipment in his room when he turns on a device called the Paranormal Puck, which is like text messaging between the living and the dead. Billy frantically explains the response he just received to one of his test questions.
I wanted to make sure that the puck worked. So I plugged it in and just gave a sample question. I said, "Am I alone?" And it said, "Think up huge dead." Not really a big deal, so I typed a second question. Is Sally real? And it says, scratch, Satan, pain, kept spirits.
And how many words are in the Puck database?
Oh,
Thousands?
over 2,000.
And it happens to say those words.
It said those 5 words.
And you can see he's just getting ready. He's packing up his laptop, everything for lockdown. Actually, there's Aaron. Listen to this. He's up here testing the Paranormal Puck. The second question he asks, is Sally real? The response he gets, scratch, Satan, pain, kept, spirits. Yeah, serious.
Last night we witnessed some disturbing evidence of Sally's presence. Does this response mean that she is now here and has attached herself to us?
It is time for lockdown at the Sally house.
Our audio-visual techs, Jay and Billy, will be monitoring a live nerve center here on the backyard deck.
All right, Jay, Billy, we're getting ready to go in. Watch those. Jay, you're listening to audio down in the basement. Listen to any voices. You guys see anything move? Doors moving, objects moving, any anomalies? Call us on the radio. While they're watching that, we're going to be watching this screen. This is a structured light sensor camera, and this shoots out a laser grid, an infrared laser grid, that these spirits can be mapped in. Measures the temperature, measures the distance of the objects that are being mapped, and it also measures the luminosity. We're looking for any skeletal type figures that are mapping into this that are not us. You ready?
Ready.
Careful in there, guys. It's crazy.
Be careful.
Sally, everyone's gone now. It's just me and my friend Aaron. Tony's not here for you to scratch anymore. Sally? Sally, come in the living room. Sally, can you show yourself?
Do you remember us? Do you remember us hanging out in here the other day with some familiar faces?
Sally, can you show yourself at the top of the stairs?
Just heard something in there.
Come down the stairs, Sally. Sally, I'm gonna slowly walk upstairs.
Dude, did you hear that?
Stop working.
Hey, I just heard knocking sounds. Like
I did too.
It sounded like it was up there.
This just went, whoa. There's pure fear up here.
The house is coming alive.
It's not good at all. What the was that?
What was that, bro?
Don't go up anymore. With our hunt underway for the most notorious spirit of the Sally House, my equipment suddenly malfunctions and the energy around us begins to shift. Can't move right now. Aaron.
Yeah.
This is not good at all. Right now. Something, is it in me or around me? Okay, what do you want? What do you want to do? You got me. Now what? My camera has stopped. See the black screen?
Yeah, shouldn't do that. Be careful, you're on the stairs.
Whoa. I gotta step down. I went up, halfway up, this malfunctioned.
Yeah.
And then all my emotions just intensified out of nowhere. I don't know if I was feeling sadness, hate, anger, excitement. All I know is I was just like, someone got me like that. It was like, don't come up here anymore. Don't go up anymore. That's it. The same exact time Aaron and I hear 3 knockings is also when the SLS camera malfunctions and I start to have all these strange, unexplainable feelings.
Dude, did you hear that? Dude, did you hear that?
Stop working.
Hey, I just heard knocking sounds.
That really got to me because I didn't have control of that.
Like a warning.
It was like a warning.
And that's not supposed to turn off.
This is off.
While you're going up here, there's stuff happening in here. Like it was like almost like spirits are running around or something, and then you got nailed. I'm telling you, it's like something. The house is coming alive.
I'm gonna come back up the stairs slowly. Oh man, there's pure fear up here. Pure fear. What are you? I'm gonna slide the recorder over here with my arm. What are you, Sally? Are you a little girl? I don't want any harm.
Dude, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I don't want any harm.
Dude, did you hear that?
As we retreat to the living room to calm down, Aaron and I hear light footsteps above us. Our audio doesn't capture it, but something else comes next that is much more pronounced.
Come here. Whoa, shh. Did you hear footsteps? lot of kid footsteps upstairs. It sounded like little baby footsteps.
There's something up on the stairs.
That sounded like more than one.
Okay, hold on. What was that? What was that? What the was that?
What was that, bro? That was loud.
Aaron and I decide that now is the time for us to head upstairs and find out what is making all of these strange noises. Because I don't have a night vision camera, I grab one of our cameras that are hardwired back to Nerve Center, and as I do so, I hear what almost sounds like a child's voice come from this bedroom.
Do you hear that?
What?
It sounded like singing.
This voice is too faint to be captured on my camera's audio, but it will lead to some absolutely shocking evidence.
Oh my god.
You alright?
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna do an EVP in here real quick.
Can you move that ball, Sally? Is that you, Aaron? Move
Yeah,
it.
I'm walking to you. Walking to you. Walking to you. I'm rolling recorder.
Okay, hold on. I keep hearing that. Did you hear the singing? Did you hear the
I
singing?
did, but you know what I'm noticing? I think it could have been a noise and then...
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
Zach.
What did they say?
Look at the ball. Bear behind the ball.
That one.
What's wrong with it?
Which one?
Which one?
To the left of the baby.
The baby?
The panda bear. I just heard someone laughing. I just heard someone laughing in here.
It was full on moving by itself.
I actually built a Tesla Spirit radio.
Whoa, that thing's going crazy.
I can't move.
As we investigate the second floor of the Sally house,
Whoa. No. Zach.
Billy and Jay inform us of a shocking piece of evidence they just witnessed.
Okay, say that again really calm. What did you see?
Okay, the bear that's to the left of the baby started rolling around on itself. It started circling, and it was so creepy. It started rolling back and forth, and it kind of, see how it's leaned a little to its left? It wasn't like that. It was up more, and it started rolling around, and it ended up there. It was full-on spiraling.
Did you see it on video?
It was clear as day, man. It was full-on moving by itself a good amount of time.
Whoa.
No.
Zach, look at the doll.
We also capture this ball of light that shoots out of the room where Aaron just heard laughing. From hours of footage using high-definition night vision cameras, this is the only light anomaly we capture. We believe this is a spirit orb of energy, and it is responsible for these events.
Holy Wait, what were we? That was when we were in the other room.
Oh, I can't move.
I don't feel comfortable with
I
that.
can't move from this spot.
That's where I was
I
earlier.
just can't move. Just so everybody stop for a second.
If we seem confused, that's because we are. At this point, Aaron and I have no idea what Jay and Billy just saw. And the bear is still moving right when I walk in front of the camera here, but I still can't see it with my own eyes. All we know right now is that the energy in this spot is indescribable. It almost feels like you're standing in front of the speakers at a heavy metal concert, but you can't hear the sound, you can only feel the sonic vibrations. Once the energy settles a little, Aaron and I head into the room while Billy and Jay tell us exactly what occurred in here.
And is that when they said?
Was it this one, guys?
Yes.
Can you do this again right now? Do what you were just doing with this doll. You saw this thing going back like this?
Billy and Jay immediately run up here to help us analyze and attempt to debunk this situation.
There's nothing in it at all. I mean, that thing to do this?
After we examine the teddy bear and feel there's nothing inside of it, I wonder if the vibrations of mine and Aaron's footsteps while we were walking around behind the camera could have caused the bear to wobble back and forth. But our next test debunks that theory.
We're right by it. You guys were over there. You know what I mean?
Are you filming that?
Yeah.
I was over there in that bedroom over there. Aaron was over there. And that's when you saw this thing going like this, right?
Right.
Like I said,
There's no explanation for it at all.
it's not in our physics.
We leave this X camera rolling in this room to see if it happens again, while the four of us head downstairs to conduct two separate experiments in an attempt to make direct contact with Sally.
We're in the basement of the Sally house, and what we're going to try, I actually built myself a Tesla Spirit Radio. Tesla was basically a mad scientist, and he created this type of device, which is basically a crystal radio, which picks up static electricity, electromagnetic fields, and so even light sensitive. So we brought it down here, and oh man, I'm kind of getting the chills. Because not only all that, but we're sitting basically on top of the pentagram where this lady supposedly performed rituals.
This is where they say that the lady that was doing the animal sacrifices had her pentagram on the floor.
So we're going to try this all out and see if we can make some communication.
While Aaron and Jay are down here trying to make contact with the Tesla microphone, Billy and myself will be upstairs using the paranormal puck device.
The sensors in this box, there's temperature, EMF, there's also magnetic polarity. Based on those changes, it will select a word and give it an answer to our question.
And earlier in the hotel room, getting prepared for tonight's lockdown, Bill asked, then you ask, who is Sally?
I was just testing to make sure it works.
And this is the response we got from the hotel room.
Right.
So now we're in the house, and I'm going to do a night vision and see what happens.
Let's do this.
Who moved the bear upstairs?
Ready?
Yeah.
Are there any spirits down here in the basement with us? Does that cricket annoy you as much as it annoys us?
Aaron and Jay try to make contact over and over, but no strange sounds or voices come through the Tesla Spirit Radio. So Jay decides to climb back into this hole under the home that is said to be a portal.
It's definitely a weird vibe next to this thing.
What is all that stuff? Is that plants that are growing?
I think it's actually like tree roots and stuff that's fallen in. Whoa, that thing's going crazy right now. Whoa.
As Jay makes his way back into the mean that it is detecting the presence of a spirit or the opening of a portal.
You not want me to go in here?
Who is mad in the house? Ask this.
What was that?
What kind of spirits are downstairs? Did you hear that?
What's wrong? You okay? What's wrong?
With Jay and Aaron investigating the basement of the Sally house, a strange sound suddenly captures our attention.
What was that?
Was that downstairs?
Those are piano notes. Those two piano keys just
like metal.
What was that?
What Billy thinks are piano keys is actually Aaron accidentally hitting these pipes downstairs.
What's in that hole?
This sound is debunked.
What kind of spirits are downstairs with Jay and Aaron?
Relax, sir.
Relax, sir. What the hell? Just said relax, sir.
Yeah.
Who is Sally?
Relax, Satan. Building.
Again, the spirit tells me to relax, followed by Satan and building. After Tony and Deb had experienced multiple demonic-natured attacks, a woman moved in here after them and she apparently worshipped Satan in this building. We also find it very chilling and ironic that Billy asked the same question earlier in his hotel room, and now both answers have responded with Satan.
Who moved the bear upstairs?
Monica. Paula? What?
They gave us two names. Attic
Energy.
What?
Monica and Paula. In the attic, their energy.
Even though Billy spells bear wrong, he verbally asks the question and we receive an intelligent response.
You know what's crazy, Zach?
In the attic.
They could have chosen any of 2,000 words, any words.
Right.
And it chose two names.
Right.
Not just one name.
Two names upstairs near the attic.
Yeah.
And it says their energy. Monica and Paula's energy.
Are the spirits of Monica and Paula residing in the attic? And was it their energy that moved the bear earlier? And did Aaron hear one of them laughing at the same time this ball of energy manifested? The odds of having a response like this make it hard to ignore the nerve center, Aaron and I decided to go investigate the basement where last night Tony received a nasty burn or scratch on the back of his neck.
It felt like somebody's hand just grabbed my neck.
Sally. Is that where the portal is? Do you not want us to get close to this? Sally, show yourself. Is this
TV?
Sally.
What's wrong? You okay? What is wrong? What's wrong? Okay? What happened?
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything?
No, I was just sitting there. It was pitch quiet. The only thing I hear is this damn cricket.
It wasn't anything moving, it was like a voice.
I know everyone is expecting something to be thrown at me or for me to get scratched, but that doesn't happen. Instead, I hear a female voice that's very loud to me, but it's captured very faintly on my camera's audio. It was like I crossed into an open portal, and along with this voice, I felt something that's hard to put in words. It was like this energy was just full of pain, torture, and suffering, and wanted me to know how black my darkest fear feels like.
Yo, let me get my camera.
Even though Aaron or myself don't get scratched by the spirit of Sally, we do leave this infamous house with a different impression. At first, we were skeptical of the claims, but we have witnessed firsthand other activity to date. I firmly believe there is a portal located in that basement space where something dark people refer to as Sally enters from. The Sally house harbors an evil that lies beneath its calm facade, making it one of the most disturbing locations we've ever experienced. Whatever energy Sally represents, this presence was palpable, and it manifested constantly throughout our investigation. We commend Tony for bravely returning to the place that has caused him so much pain and agony, but with Sally attacking him again, we can only hope he decides to stay away once and for all.